We will begin here. A school bus driver is recovering this morning after a crash that happened in Elliott.
Administrators with SAD 35, which serves Elliott and South Berwick, say one of the school's vans was involved in a crash yesterday morning near the Elliott Baptist Church. They say no students were on at the time and the driver was not seriously hurt. It is not clear what caused the crash. A trial continues today for the fourth and final suspect facing charges in connection with the murder of a man from West Bath. Jonathan Geisinger has pleaded not guilty to murder and robbery charges in connection to the death of Daryl Coffin. Coffin was shot and killed in Portland back in 2022 during a failed robbery attempt. Authorities say Geisinger was the getaway driver. A woman was also injured during the incident. We will continue to follow the trial as it continues this week.
Mental health advocates say an underused state program could have prevented a recent stabbing at an adult group home in Portland. A resident of the Shalom House on Woodford Street is now facing murder charges after an employee there was killed. Members of Maine's chapter of the Shattering Silence Coalition say the suspect had stopped his treatment plan about a month before the death. The president of the chapter, former state senator John Nutting, says the progressive treatment program allows medical providers to seek court-ordered treatments for people with severe mental illness.
He did not receive the compassionate care that he should have, care undoubtedly that he did not realize he needed. And now his whole future will be either spent in jail or, if the state does the correct thing and charges him not criminally responsible, in a hospital.
Author disability rights advocates say they oppose the progressive treatment program. They say they question whether or not the process to impose involuntary treatment meets constitutional standards.
Mainers will head to the polls in just a few weeks to decide who will get their party's nomination in several races.
And that includes for our state's governor and those looking to unseat Senator Susan Collins. Arlene Stapleton joining us now with a look at the field and some reminders for voters. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. So the June primary election is on Tuesday, June 9th. On the ballot this year, Senator Susan Collins is the only Republican running as she looks to keep her seat. Her challengers, Democrats Graham Plattner and David Costello. As for race for Maine governor, Democrats Shenna Bellows, Troy Jackson, Angus King III, Hannah Pingree, and Narav Shah are vying for their party's nomination. Republicans running include Jonathan Bush, Robert Charles, David Jones, Garrett Mason, Owen McCarthy, Benjamin Midgley, and Robert Wessels. Now, the Chief Secretary of State for Maine, Kate McBride, says Deputy Chief, says the Maine has an open primary, adding when it's time to head to the polls or when requesting an absentee ballot, you can pick which party you want to vote for.
Which means if you are a registered voter, registered to a specific party, if you're a Republican, if you're a Democrat, if you're a Green Independent, if you're a Libertarian, that's the primary that you vote in. You get the ballot for that party. But if you are unenrolled, which means you're a registered voter, but you haven't enrolled in a party, you actually get to choose which ballot you vote with.
Again, the primary election is on June 9th. You have until June 4th to request an absentee ballot. I'm Leanne Stapleton for News Center Maine.